Thank you for stopping by Rocky Mountain Adventures. My name is Jason, and today we are visiting Rocky Mountain National Park. A few of the hikes that you'll see on this video you can get to from either the Bear Lake trailhead. You can also hit the Alberta Falls trailhead as well. Please enjoy the video. If you have any comments or would like to check us out, go on an adventure, please stop by the page, message me anytime. Thank you. So the secret to national parks is actually getting out and getting off trail a little bit. I was hiking up to Dream Lake today. I decided I wanted to push it a little further. Dream Lake's pretty close. It's got a couple mile hike probably. Decided to come out and just go a little further. I was planning on going further before I even started. I've been on trail now. I'm probably 4 miles in, and I'm hiking down to the lock, and then I'm gonna hit Alberta Falls, where there'll be a mass amount of people. I'll try to take pictures of all the people. But you know, there's nothing more peaceful than getting out into a place like Rocky Mountain National Park and seeing and exploring and getting a little bit further off the trail. Once you get like past 1.5 miles, 2 miles, everybody disappears and you have the whole place to yourself. I mean, the parking lots were full today. Buses and shuttles going constant. And I've got babbling brooks and quiet and peace, and I've been on trail at least this last half hour. I have walked by one person. I've had the entire trail to myself. So, and we're talking, as busy as this place is, I found solitude right here in Rocky Mountain National Park. So, you know, just if you ever get out and about and you're doing hikes, you know, definitely go a little further. Expand your horizon a little bit more. You know, definitely just get out and do more and go further, because you reward yourself in that and the beauty and the quiet, and you actually get to see animals when you come out and doing a little bit more. So anyway, that's all I had to say right now. I just wanted to check in with you guys, show you a little bit about where I was at, and you're not seeing much here, but I'll take a couple other videos and show you what I'm talking about here. We're in Rocky Mountain National Park. You see this really pretty waterfall here. It kind of goes all around me. Been on trail for a few miles. We kind of lost people a while ago, so just kind of hike down here. I'm going to show you what I mean. Get out here and get out on a trail for a couple miles and really start to get the whole place to yourself, and you truly understand what wilderness is. And this is a pretty well-known trail. As I was saying, it's a pretty well-known trail. Sorry, I had to turn it off for a second just to navigate that little sketchiness. Pretty well-known trail here, but you can see, like, there's just nobody. You have the silence, the birds. And just look, surrounded by mountains. Still snow. But on this backside, I seem to have the whole trail to myself. I might run by a person or two, but once I get down to Alberta Falls, I'll show you what I mean. How many people are actually in this park right now. Bear Lake trailhead was completely full. Alberta Falls, which is a small parking lot, that was completely full. And even the shuttle lot was actually really full. I parked on the pretty much the very end of it. But you can see it's a really well-maintained trail. There's beautiful scenery. Got Long's Peak back there in the background. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys in a few. Thank you for coming and taking a hike with me. This is a picture of Bear Lake. Right outside of the trailhead. About a mile in, you'll come to Nymph Lake here. So the great part about Nymph Lake is it's really only about a mile or so in, so not too hard of a hike. You can get to it pretty easy and it's accessible for most people. This is just on the way. This is a little section of trail that's on the way to Dream Lake. It's one of the most beautiful places you can stop and take a picture of Rocky Mountain National Park. Here's some brook trout. And this is the hike into Dream Lake. This is one of the best places to come take a photograph in the wintertime, actually. So if you ever get a chance, hike up to Dream Lake in the bumper seasons here. This is Dream Lake. One of my favorite little hikes. This one's about 3.5, 4 miles round trip if you do the whole thing. From the beginning of trailhead at Bear Lake up to it. One of my favorite lakes here at Rocky Mountain National Park. And you can absolutely see why. Have to always get that gratuitous selfie in there. Look, we're now overlooking Nymph Lake, so that first lake we walked up to, now we're way above it here. And as you can see, it's way out in the distance. And these are just various waterfalls all the way hiking to Lake Hialeah. This is another one of my favorite hikes in Rocky Mountain. This one's a little bit more challenging to get to, not from the standpoint of how hard it is to get to the actual place, but you have to do a lot of bouldering to get to the lake. So this one's not for the weak-hearted. It's not super difficult. Definitely on the higher end of moderate to difficult though. You're definitely doing some bouldering. Here's the trailhead signs here. And that's where I'm going, is Glacier Gorge. That's another almost 4 miles there. This hike I ended up doing about 9.5 miles. This was my favorite picture of the whole day. I know this lake has a name. If anybody knows, throw it in the comment. I can never remember the name of this lake. And we're going to be hiking up to Mills Lake. Earlier in the video I said I was hiking up to the lock. I never did get up that far. This is a stunning lake. You can get from it multiple places, but if you go up the Alberta Falls way, you're probably looking at about 4 miles. And it's a pretty, I'd say moderate to strenuous. If you're coming from lower sea level, you'd definitely be more strenuous. Here's Alberta Falls. You can see in the background of these pictures, and I even take some pictures of a lot of the people. And this is what I was talking about. Alberta Falls, if you go to this from the trailhead, you will come across a lot of people. So, and that was our day at Rocky Mountain National Park. I hope you enjoyed this little video I put together. This is Rocky Mountain Adventures. My name is Jason. And if you ever want to get out and do some hiking, exploring, ever want to check out some of the fun stuff, please come to my page.